Hola mis amigos, we're making spicy sausage stir fry. We're starting with 2 pounds of beef sausage, and we just want to cut the sausage into strips. So you start by taking your sausage and cutting it into smaller pieces. Then you want to cut those in half. And then you just want to cut each of those halves into strips. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of these taken care of, and then we will return. We are starting off with our wok here, and one thing to keep in mind when working with a wok is that you always want to operate on high heat. And we are going to be frying and shaking up some veggies really quickly in here. So you want to keep the heat distribution even at all times. And also normally you are going to start off with your protein first to give it a head start with the cooking. However, we are using sausage that is already cooked. So we are going to start off getting our vegetables nice and tender. We have a few tablespoons of vegetable oil here, and I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil as well because I love the flavor of sesame oil in Asian style dishes. So about 2 tablespoons or so of that. You don't need too much. A little bit goes a long way because the sesame oil is very pungent. It's very strong. All right, we are going to add to that 2 cups of broccoli, and my broccoli is frozen, so we are putting that in first so that we can get it to start cooking quicker. And you want to be careful with the frozen veggies since, of course, you are adding water to the oil. And we are going to add 1 bell pepper that we have sliced. And we just want to give this a bit of a fry for about 3 minutes or so. I'm also going to add in 3 cloves of minced garlic. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more broccoli since I love broccoli. Okay, so our veggies are much more tender now, and I did end up adding a little bit more broccoli as well. So now we are prepared to add in our sausage strips. And again, that is 2 pounds of sausage, beef sausage. And we just want to stir fry this for about 5-6 minutes or so. Remember, the sausage is already cooked, so it doesn't have to be in here for too long. We just want to heat it up, and then we will start seasoning. Okay, so we've been going for about 5 minutes or so, and at this point we are prepared to season our stir fry. So we are going to add 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. And this part is optional, but I'm going to add a little bit of mirin, which is a Japanese rice wine. That was also about 1/4 of a cup as well, since it does add flavor. And if you don't have that, then of course you can just add a little bit more soy sauce. Also, if you are not working with any frozen veggies, then you may want to add a little bit of water as well. But since I used frozen broccoli, it made a little bit of liquid for me. We're just going to let this go for about 2 minutes, and then we will go to the next step. We have 3 eggs, which we have beaten, and we just want to go ahead and drop that in. And in addition to the eggs, we want to add 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And I forgot to mention that you can also add mushrooms to this stir fry as well. But as we all know, I do not like mushrooms, so I am not adding those. I will be serving this over rice. And if you are going for something more like a fried rice, then at this point you would want to add about 3 or 4 cups of cooked rice straight into the wok, and you just want to stir that around for a couple minutes to get it nice and coated with all of the juices and flavor. But since I'm serving it over rice, then I am finished at this point. We're just going to let this cook for a few more moments to allow the egg to harden, and then we can serve it over our rice. Spicy sausage stir fry. Enjoy, and I'll see you at the dinner table.